Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program and welcome to the show. And today is a glorious day for Italy. They're mandating the green passes. Everyone's got to be vaccinated or they can't go to work. Nice one, Italy. Nice one. First country in Europe to do it, and it's the best thing. It is the best thing. Compulsory green passes. You can't get a green pass without a vaccine. Wonderful. Wonderful. Who else? Germany. I would have thought Germany would be the first, but no, it's Italy. They're having a good year, aren't they? They've won the Euro 2020. You're welcome. We helped them with that. And now they're mandating the vaccine. Lovely, lovely bit of stuff. Who's next? France, Germany, Bulgaria, Spain, Portugal. Sicily. Who knows? But Italy. Oh, they've taken a step with this, showing the world how it's done. I mean, we've done it for care home staff. They've got to be fully vaccinated by mid-November. So anyone who didn't have the vaccine by yesterday, their first shot, could be losing their job. It'll be lonely this Christmas. Fucking hell. Oh dear. But seeing as it's such a poorly paid job anyway, who gives a fuck? We're better off on fucking benefit. Just pull a fucking sick leave. You know. Mm. Is the UK sleepwalking into a COVID disaster? Yeah, of course we are. We have been for the last 18 months. Massive disaster. Here in Canvey looking sweet.
So again, it's Tim Spector of the Very COVID Study giving you this week's update. And we've got some good news because the number of total cases across the UK has started to fall. We've got some other good news from the ONS that of the cases dying in the last few months, only a small proportion are fully vaccinated. And we've been doing some analysis across the country to work out whether your region is at serious threat of NHS meltdown as the winter approaches. And of course, talking of winters, we've had Boris's chat yesterday about what the plan is. And whilst we're happy about boosting that plan, we're going to discuss that. So let's get straight to those numbers and see what they're looking like. So cases this week are down a little bit from last week at 47,200 and 15,500 of those are fully vaccinated. So that's about a third, and that's, as you can imagine, creeping up every week. We have an R value overall in the UK, which is 0.9, and we can see that if we look at who's getting infected by different age groups, we can see that the group that was driving these big increases for the last month, the 20 to 29-year-olds, obviously going out and partying, that's been coming down a lot recently, and that's contributed to this overall drop in the figures. But the other groups in the over 30s largely have either stayed the same or are creeping up slightly. So there's absolutely no room for complacency because that group are more likely to.
All right, shut up. Shut up, old man. There we go. Nicki Minaj's Ballgate takes insane turn. This should be interesting. Ballgate.
The Nicki Minaj swollen testicles saga continues, and it's taken a pretty dark turn. Something that she has referred to as Ballgate. Now, let's begin with the tweet that started it all. She said, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the coronavirus vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied." Okay. So, we've talked a lot about how those claims are unfounded. And we've talked about how right wing media has exploited that for their culture war angle to the coronavirus pandemic, which is unfortunate. But what
Coronavirus.
about the health minister for Trinidad? He actually weighed in on this, and let's hear what he had to say.
Claims are being made. One of the reasons we could not respond yesterday in real time to Ms. Minaj is that we have to check and make sure that what she was claiming was either true or false. We did, and unfortunately, we wasted so much time yesterday running down this false claim. It is, as far as we know, at this point in time, there has been no such reported either side effect or adverse event. And what was sad about this is that it wasted our time yesterday trying to track down, because we take all these claims seriously, whether it's on social media or
We take the
mainstream
claims
media.
seriously in
As we stand
Trinidad and
now,
Tobago.
there is absolutely no reported such side effect or adverse event of testicular flooding in Trinidad, or I dare say, Dr. Hanks, anywhere else. None that we know
No,
of
that we
anywhere
know of.
else in the world.
They've been checking everyone's balls. It's taken them
That's
all day.
claim.
All right. So, abundantly clear. I mean, like,
Can I jump in?
yes.
This one was amazing because Nicki Minaj does a tweet, and then the government of Trinidad has to say there are no swollen balls.
No,
As far as we know, there are no swollen balls in Trinidad or in the rest of the world. This is not a thing.
no, it gets crazier, right? Because it's not just the government of Trinidad; it's also the White House who's had to get involved in this. So Nicki Minaj also tweeted that the White House has invited me, and I think it's a step in the right direction. Yes, I'm going. I'll be dressed in all pink like Legally Blonde so they know I mean business. I'll ask questions on behalf of the people who have been made fun of for simply being human. #Ballgate Day 3. So it turns out that the White House did not invite her. Okay, they responded to that. Soon afterwards, the White House said that it had not, in fact, invited Minaj to visit the White House. But as we have with others, we offered a call with Minaj and one of our doctors to answer questions she had about the safety and effectiveness of the vaccine. And that's according to a White House spokesperson who spoke to the Daily Beast. Now, following that fact check, Nicki Minaj became a little irritable, I guess, if you want to consider that. She tweeted, do you all think that I would lie about being invited to the effing White House? Yes, I do think that you would. Now, with that said, though, in a White House press conference today, Joe Biden was asked about Paul. It's insane. Let's watch.
God bless you. Thank you.
Mr. President, what kind of impact does it have when celebrities like Nicki Minaj share dubious claims?
I mean, look, I actually think that was a perfectly fine question. I wish he would have answered it, but it's interesting that, go ahead.
No, I mean, again, I don't agree. We're in the year 2021. Reporters are shouting at the president. Mr. President, do you have a comment on Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's balls?
I know, but that's not what the question was. It was a question about how that kind of misinformation, whether that type of misinformation has been harmful.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Mr. President, do you have any comment on the large balls? We're worried about the large balls in Trinidad. Do you have any comment? Okay. So, and now everybody's in on it. Hassan Piker is in on it.
Yeah, I love
host.
Hassan Piker's in on it. So, by the way, the reason why I think I don't put it past Nicki Minaj to lie is because she also lied about being censored on Twitter, which didn't actually happen. She claimed that her Twitter account had been suspended after sharing a clip of Tucker Carlson's show, but Twitter said the social media company did not take any enforcement action on the account reference. So that's a little weird. And by the way, now since Tucker Carlson's supporting her, Nicki Minaj is like, Tucker Carlson's great. And people are calling her out on that because Tucker Carlson's a white nationalist. Hassan Piker happens to be one of the people who tweeted that. You know he's a white nationalist, right? And she didn't like that. Right. I can't speak to, agree with, or even look at someone from a particular political party. People aren't human anymore. If you're black and a Democrat tells you to shove marbles up your ass, you simply have to.
Incorrect.
If another party tells you to look out for that bus, stand there and get hit. Okay.
Yeah, no, as Oz pointed out in later tweets, he calls out Democrats and Republicans just the same, and so do we. It's not about political parties, and nobody's asking you to get hit by a bus or to enlarge your testicles.
Or do that thing with marbles.
Right.
Very creative.
But be a little bit careful who you're backing and who's coming to your aid, right? They don't care about you. And so I'm conflicted about Nicki Minaj because I like her balls to the wall attitude, if you will, but she's got to get somebody to actually help her with getting the correct information because that stuff is true.
Yeah.
And that's a big, big difference. There are a lot of great ways to watch the Young Turks, but is there a best way? Of course! The best way is to watch live.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Weekdays, 6 p.m. Eastern.
I'm all
3 p.m.
sleepified.
We get our uncensored,
Yeah.
unapologetic version of the news that you
Okay,
won't get anywhere else.
the
Watch us
balls.
live.
Nicki Minaj's big swollen balls story. Yes, that a bollocks. Oi, oi, grubs. Oi, oi, tink. Yeah, Italy are leading the charge, aren't they? They're mandating it. Fucking Italy. Italy. It's just travel full lockdown. Yep. WFH. Where's WFH?
Working from home has its pros, but also has its cons. One being the threat of cyber attack on machines. Everybody, I want to set out.
Sounding well chilled. I was well pissed. Had a bottle of wine and 10 cans.
I want you to cast your mind back exactly a year
hell.
and think where we were last September as schools went back and the border approached. Because in one way, our position today is actually more challenging. We have higher levels of daily cases, thousands of them. But in many other crucial respects, the British people, all of us collectively and individually, are incomparably better placed to fight the disease. We have more than 80% of all over 16s now double jabbed, double vaccinated, and we have COVID antibodies in around 90% of the adult population. And those vaccines are working. We've seen the extraordinary
Vaccines are working.
vaccine-induced falls in deaths.
How's your head today? My head's all right. My bumhole. I think there's going to be diarrhea coming, so I've got to be careful about farting too aggressively.
If you're unvaccinated than if you've had both jabs. And the result of this vaccination campaign is that we have one of the most free societies and one of the most open economies in the world. That's why we're now sticking with our strategy. In essence, we're going to keep going. We will continue to offer testing. We will continue to urge everyone to be sensible, be responsible, wash your hands, use ventilation, consider wearing a face covering in crowded places with people that you don't know. Stay at home if you feel unwell. Download and use the app.
Been there, done that today. Oh, the diarrhea. Oh, dear. The dribble bottom blues. Well, I've discovered you can get orange tennis balls, so that's been a bit of a breakthrough for me. Big swollen orange balls. Easier to see on the grass. Yeah.
And we're hoping to vaccinate the world with 100 million doses for developing countries by next June. Well, I think this country should be proud
be very that the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine remains the workhorse of global immunisation. And we will keep further in reserve. Plan B. We do not see the need now to proceed, for instance, with mandatory certification, but we'll continue to work with the many businesses that are getting ready.
Orange, yeah, orange tennis balls. The future's bright, the future's orange.
Have already used COVID certification voluntary. And it's just...
Yeah. Northern Ireland pleads for army to help hospitals. NHS begins delivering COVID booster jabs to frontline staff. Right, the booster's been rolled out. Booster. I want my booster.
Patrizia has developed a city ranking based on demographic and economic factors.
All right,
as well as
with you now. Most animals' tennis balls are brightly coloured now, mostly pink and orange. Well, you've got to get tennis balls designed for dogs because the regular ones, they might have toxic shit in them, but if they're made specifically for dogs, they'll make sure they're safe. They've got to be safe for dogs, so I won't be getting just any old tennis balls. Only the best for my Mr. Fenwick.
Right. There you go, the protectors. So having a booster is that extra protection that I need. I feel confident, going into winter. I can carry on doing my job as well. That won't be interrupted. I can carry on with my, family life as well.
Boris Johnson winter plan for the UK. Yeah, this would be nice. Now they've got plan A and plan, which means we're going to plan C. May, June, July, August, September, October. Right, I should be getting a booster next fucking month. You meditating, I'm watching television. Well, I'm watching PooTube. Enhanced plans. Strict requirements for vaccination passes could be introduced in public places. Masks may be compulsory. Lockdowns are not part of the plan, but they have not been ruled out. Of course, they've not been ruled out. Yeah. COVID booster vaccine rollout should begin across the UK next week. Yeah. Plan B. I think Plan C or D should be better though. Yeah. Plan.
Very good morning. Welcome to breakfast with Dan Walker and Louise Minchin.
The headlines for you at 6 o'clock this morning. COVID booster jabs for 30 million people across the UK will be rolled out within days for healthcare workers, the over 50s, and those with underlying health conditions.
We've got to come back to a normal lifestyle somehow, somewhere. And this is the only way open to us.
If I have to get sick, I don't get COVID or I'm not ill, then I will leave it happen.
Good morning. How far will the pennies in your pocket go? We get the latest inflation figures in an hour as energy prices are soaring, food shortages are kicking in, and Brexit is fighting. Manchester United United are taught a lesson by young boys. They're defeated in there with the Swiss side scoring a very late winner in Bern.
Oh dear.
They are the amateur astronauts who are about to launch into orbit in a landmark mission for space tourism.
Maybe a bit misty and murky out there at the moment, but after yesterday's heavy rainfall, especially in eastern areas, next few days looking dry and sunny. I'll have your full forecast here on breakfast. Good morning, it's Wednesday, it's the 15th of September, and the top story this morning is the rollout of the coronavirus booster jabs to more than 30 million eligible people across the UK. It's set to begin within the coming days.
It's part of a wider strategy to control the virus over the winter months, but experts have warned there could be a significant rise in hospital admissions unless some restrictions are introduced. Here's our political correspondent, Helen.
Vaccination is at the heart of plans to tackle COVID this winter. More than 80% of adults have been double jabbed. A booster will now also be offered to older and vulnerable adults in all 4 nations. Among people browsing at this garden centre in Penryn Bay, the move was welcomed.
By doing nothing, you're never sure what's going to happen. At least doing this, you're positive and moving a step in the right direction. If I have to get steady, I don't get COVID or I'm not ill, then I'll willingly have it.
Across the UK, children aged between 12 and 15 will be offered a jab too.
12 and 15. The kids are getting the jab.
Reducing transmission in schools. It's one of a number of measures, but it's an important measure as well.
Oh my God, what is it with these fucking young boys and these pop band cars? I don't know what's a pop band car.
Like wearing masks in crowded places and meeting other people outdoors where they can.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Boris Johnson and I'm a cunt. I'm rubbish, I am.
Hopefully we can proceed with Plan A. But I think what I would stress about Plan B is that it contains a number of different
pop band cars. What's a pop band car?
You don't necessarily play them.
Is that a car with like a shit exhaust that goes bang, bang, as it's going down the road?
Plan B would force nightclubs and large events to use vaccine passports, make mask wearing compulsory, and advise people to work from home again.
Sounds like their exhaust is going to blow up. Yeah.
The Government Advisory Committee stage said that a relatively light set of measures put in place early enough could be sufficient to curb infections. But they also warned that a significant decline in home working would result in a rapid rise in hospital admissions. There's no set point on when the tougher Plan B would kick in, but a major factor will be the ability of the NHS to cope. Hospitalisations are already higher than this time last year, and there are worries that there could be a spike in flu, which adds demand too.
Even before we get to levels we saw last winter, we will be seeing a massive impact in terms of other services. If we, as a country, don't want to be told we have to work from home, we don't want to see any kind of lockdown, then we do need
sounds like a selling racing car and they drive like
the windows, not meeting the doors if we don't need to, that will
dickheads.
Scotland is already going ahead with some of the measures which are
Fucking
only
hell,
held in reserve.
why aren't my fingers working? Because you're pissed up again. You want to stop drinking, you'll end up like that Sharon Gale. Lay off the sherry. It's too early in the day. I think I'm still pissed from last night. Fuck me. Oh God, I can't.
So there's so much to talk about. Let's speak to our chief political correspondent, Adam Fleming. And the pressure is on the government, isn't it, that they don't have to go with this so-called Plan B?
Yeah, although I think there's going to be a bit of tension over the next few months about if and when Plan B is actually deployed. Because if you listen to the Prime Minister, he says, we've got these things in reserve. We might not use them all the time, all of them all at the same time.
I was pissed up last night.
Then you get Patrick Vallance, his chief
scientific
advisor, saying, well, history and experience shows us that you've got to go hard and go early, and often you've got to go harder and earlier than you might like. And then if you read these documents that were published yesterday by the scientific advisors on the SAGE committee, for example, you get a sort of similar message from the scientists advising the government behind the scenes as well. So I wonder if we will just see a bit of a tussle over that as the next few months progress.
Drinks on any day that ends in a Y. Oh, she's a right fucking drunkard, that silly cow.
In the last few months has been quite long. In terms of the political tension, a
I think there's going to be
fucking
weeks that will annoy conservatives.
this Lee Anchors isn't happy. He's had one of my videos taken down for privacy complaints. So yeah, I think he's definitely Freddy in it.
Access certain venues.
How's the dual prep coming on?
Not introduce them, but just
what's the dual prep?
Some of the details of how it would work, so people can get ready.
Dual
and
prep.
also, the government's also promised to provide a list of places where wearing masks would be mandatory if we do go into Plan B, and that's controversial with MPs as well.
Thank you very much, and we'll speak to you a little bit later. Lots, as you said.
What videos? Oh, got a video taken down. Privacy complaint by Lee Anchors. With Munker. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? He's a coward. He's a scrawny little runt. There's no way he's going to turn up and meet a man for a fucking straightener, is he? Fucking scrawny little fucking iron oaf.
They were killed when water flooded the glacier drift mine.
Oh, fuck off. Vaccine booster given to NHS and care staff. Nicki Minaj. Oh, for fuck's sake. Nicki Minaj and her swollen testicles.
Today. Do you want to roll up your sleeve for me?
Nicki's minge can sod off. Well, Lee did warn you. You're on your last warning. Yeah, well, he can fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. I'll just put the video back up again. There you go. UK COVID-19 people react to 12 to 15-year-olds being offered COVID-19 vaccine. Yeah, give it to crank them up. Let them join in with the fun.
Next week, the vaccine's been offered to kids. What do you make of that?
I don't like it.
You don't like it, do you not? You little cunt. Who the fuck do you think you are?
If you were asked, you wouldn't give it. You wouldn't give it. Why is that? What makes you concerned?
I don't know. It's too early.
It's too early. It's too early. Fucking hell.
All right. Thank you very much. I just wondered what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah. And if kids start dying, you'll be going, oh, it's too late. It's too late.
It's a good thing. The more people get into the situation, you have to kind of say to your kids, my kids will grow up, but I'm sure the daughters would be. Lovely. All right. Thank you very much. We'll be getting the vaccine 12 to 15 months. We'll just get what you think of that. My personal opinion is I don't want the
Oh, that's your personal opinion, is it? You don't want your kids having the vaccine? Fucking hell. Who the fuck do you think you are? Come. Oh, you don't consider it to be safe enough? Fucking millions of people have had it. No fucking side effects. No swollen testicles. I missed out Canby. Well, Canby's still around.
What is it that gives you concern?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Just for me, I'm not so sure. It's too early to, I think for the others,
Let the 12 to 15-year-olds decide. Let them make up their own minds. They're a lot smarter than you fucking think, these kids. They've had 18 months to think about it. Their fucking lives have been disrupted a lot more than ours, right? You know, they've really fucking suffered under this thing, and they should be fucking given the opportunity to make their own fucking decision, not have fucking other people's decisions forced on them. That's what I say. Yeah. Sajid Javid. Oh, fucking Sajid. You muppet. Right, I fancy cheese and ham sandwich. Mm. Mm. Oh, it's LP's doing one. She's fit. She's got quite a nice bum. Dead curvy she is. Oh, God, she's curvy. Oh, yeah. Plenty of meat on her bones. But she's not fat. Yeah. Oh, look at her. Here she comes. Yeah. Hang on. Right, I'm going to get off. I've got to go and eat. Otherwise, I'm going to die. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have the starvations. You know, if you don't eat enough, you don't poop enough, and if you don't poop, then you're in trouble. I'm not having no constipations or a fucking empty bum. You know, you've got to eat and you've got to poop. So I'm off to do some eating. I'll tell you all about the eating, the pooping. Oh, I'll keep that to myself. Don't worry.